So now I want to talk about the fifth source, which is known as the 30s, is the and is the powerful documentary by Ava DuVernay that explores deep connections between slavery, racism, and mass incarcerations in United States. So the title refers to the 13th amendment with obliged slavery expect as a punishment for a crime. Those loopholes allow racial oppressions to continue in few new forms, leading to today crisis of mass incarcerations. So, as a historical background from the slavery to the uh, Jim Crow, after the Civil War, slavery officially ended, but many southern states passed black codes, laws that criminalized black people for minor offenses like loitering and having not having a job. So these law allowed former slaves to be arrested and forced into a labor through convenient leasing and continuing exploitation. So, Jim Crow laws, late 19th, mid 20th century, uh, legalized racial segregation and discrimination, keeping black Americans as second-class citizens. So, the civil rights movements of the 1950s and 1960s fought against these laws, but new systems of racial control emerged. So, in 1970 and 1930, President Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan declared a war on drugs. So, the government target black communities, uh, portraying them dangerous and responsible from the crime. So, the mandatory and minimum sentences and three strike laws under President Bill Clinton led to harsh prison for non-violent drugs offenses. So these laws disproportionately affected and black and Latino communities, leading to a massive increase in the prison population. So the role of a media and public, the perception was the media played a huge role in justifies these harsh policies. As in the 1990s, the the politicians and the media used terms like super predators. It was the term to use to describe young black men fueling fear and support for extreme uh, policing and encouragement. The news often portrayed crime in the racialized way, reinforcing stereotypes and leading to police that harm black communities. Uh, so, mass incarcerations became a business. Private prison started profiting from locking people and receiving government money for each inmate. So the inmates were used cheap labor in industries like manufacturing, agriculture, and even technology, driving comparison to modern day slavery. The large corporation, including like major brand benefits from this system. So today, Uh, the US has highest incarceration rate in the world, so the Americans made up 13% of US population, but 40% of the prison population. So even after serving time, formerly incarcerated people face barriers to jobs, housing, voting rights, keeping them trapped in a cycle of poverty and marginalization.